The grand opening of Epic Universe is less than 2 weeks away. So, are Disney gonna let Universal take all of that spotlight? Absolutely not. Less than 48 hours ago, Bob Iger dropped the news. Disney is opening its 7th theme park resort. Where? Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Today we're gonna cover everything that we know about that so far and get into the opinions of Adventures with DNA, things that we're excited about and things we are concerned about. Let's get into it. What's up everybody? Welcome to Adventures with DNA. My name is Doni and I make up one half of the people in this channel. We're a couple who loves to travel and give honest feedback about the places that we visit. So in case we make any mistakes, you don't need to. Whether it's the best eats in Florence or it's travel point hacking your way down to Australia, we cover everything we possibly can so you have the best trip possible. And today we're reacting to some huge news that came out about 48 hours ago with Disney announcing they are opening their own theme park in the Middle East, specifically on Yas Island in Abu Dhabi. Yas Island. Am I allowed to do that? I don't know. That is kind of how I feel about this right now. So today we're going to cover what's going on, why it's happening, when everything is going down, and our opinions on all of that as well. Okay, so here is what we actually know so far. Disney CEO Bob Iger is referring to this as, and I quote, the most technologically advanced theme park that's ever been created. So are we excited about this? Yeah, just a little bit. That sounds pretty fun. So yeah, I like the start of that. Now, if you've never heard of Yas Island, they are already home to a few different theme parks. They've got Ferrari World, SeaWorld, and Warner Brothers World as well. So Disney will not be the only theme park on this island. Confirming this will indeed be Disney's 7th theme park resort worldwide. Of course, this will be the first in the Middle East. Now, what's surprising about this is that Disney are not spending any money apparently somehow on this project, at least for the build. From what we can tell so far, Miral, a major developer in the United Arab Emirates, is footing the entire $10 billion bill. Disney are going to be bringing their name, Imagineering Creative, and apparently they're going to have creative oversight as well. We'll get more into that a little later on. Now, what's interesting here about the investment from Miral is last year, Disney had a major announcement of their own where they said they're going to be putting $60 billion into theme parks, cruise ships, and other worldwide entertainment. As far as we can tell, the $10 billion for this project and the $60 billion that Disney were talking about last year are two completely different things. Disney are footing that $60 billion for all of their own stuff, but Miral will be covering all of this. So from that perspective, it sounds like a pretty good deal for Disney. And of course, there had to be a Disneyfied celebration with this announcement as well. So that very night over in Abu Dhabi on Yas Island, right where it seems like the castle is going to be built, there was an incredible celebration of music and drone technology as well. According to reports, there were over 9,000 drones that lit up the Abu Dhabi night sky. Now, let's get into the location of Abu Dhabi and why Disney would want to have a theme park there. From Disney's perspective, Abu Dhabi, and specifically Yas Island, are going to make things so easy for them. They're already a massive tourist hub, hosting other theme parks as it is. But not only that, as far as the people that are going to come to this park, you're covering Africa, you're covering parts of Europe, of course, you got the Middle East, and you got some of Asia as well. Now, there's some mixed reports here about when this project kicked off. Some are saying that conversations were happening from back in 2017. Others were saying that this really was cemented last year when Bob Iger visited Abu Dhabi. And that was when it really was okay, we're doing this kind of a moment. And in Iger's own words, he refers to Abu Dhabi as a place of modernization and imagination. With all of those other theme parks already located on Yas Island, it's clear that this is a place that wants to become one of the biggest tourist destinations in the world. So it seems like it's a pretty good fit. Now, looking at some of the early renderings of this theme park, it's already been stated that the castle is going to be the most modern castle Disney's ever done. Very different from anything they've ever had before. I have mixed feelings about this, and I don't think I'm the only one. So get in the comments and let us know your opinions on it. To me, there's some kind of Elsa Ice Castle vibe, but I also know they're going futuristic. So that's the only thing I can really pick up from this. One thing I'm a little worried about, now don't get me wrong, I love modernization. I love new technology and most things about it. AI and we're trying to figure it out. But modernization in Disney parks, there's a lot I love about it, and some of the time, I like the old whimsy, you know? A modern castle like this and also having a completely futuristic theme park sounds cool, but I am worried it's going to lose a bit of that Disney whimsy. There's a fine balance to be played between magic and futuristic technology. So I'm curious to see how they're going to toe that line, because it's clear they're going for technological advancement with this theme park, which, don't get me wrong, I'm excited about. I didn't get to see any of those drone shows last year that Disney put on, I think both in California and in Orlando, and I wish I could have seen those in person. So to have a theme park that's gonna make that look like child's play, I'm guessing, is gonna be incredible. I'm so excited to check that out. I should also shout out Paris here. I know they did some stuff with drones as well, and that was cool too. Now, the tagline for this new theme park is "A whole new world awaits." Unsurprising, a whole new world, Aladdin, Middle East, makes sense that they go down that route. And I gotta be honest, Aladdin was my favorite Disney movie growing up, so I have no qualms with this whatsoever. And as part of the celebration, they even had the Broadway performer of Jasmine show up to sing A Whole New World as well. So it was pretty cool. Now, in case you can't tell, sorry, that probably knocked the microphone a little bit. In case you can't tell, I'm a big Disney fan. Amanda is also a big Disney fan. We love everything about the parks. I myself am a former cast member from the cruise ships. We love Disney, safe to say. And we are genuinely excited about the prospect of this 7th theme park resort coming, when the phrasing of a new kind of castle will be arising from the desert and the ocean is said. That's pretty cool. We're definitely excited about that. But if we're being fully transparent, we are a little curious how some of this is going to work and a little concerned as well. Now, of course, Disney has worldwide fans, and I mean fanatical fans. There are people out there who want to get on every single cruise ship and want to visit every single park at some point in their life. Raise your hand if you're part of that group. But one question that comes from this is knowing that gay rights and LGBTQ+ isn't necessarily as an inclusive thing over in the Middle East, certain parts of the Middle East, as it is in the United States, and quite as accepted. What does that mean? Disney theme parks, especially over the last few years in the United States, have prided themselves on being inclusive for LGBTQ+ communities. So many cast members are part of that community, and Disney has absolutely doubled down on supporting them in every way that they can. There are a lot of people as part of that community who don't want to travel to that part of the world. Are they going to be welcome to come, or is it going to be a you know what, you probably shouldn't come kind of a situation? I'm not saying I have the answer to this. I have no idea what this means, but it's a genuine thought that comes up, not only for the people that just want to visit Disney theme parks, but also a lot of the cast members absolutely are part of that community. So how's it going to work with people working there? I know the company Miral are saying they're going to build it and facilitate everything. Are they also going to be choosing the cast members, and what rules are they going to have to obey? These are the kinds of questions and kind of concerns that are coming from this one as well that we just don't have any answers to yet. Now, a fair question would be, okay, they've announced it. When is this park going to happen? We don't have any specific dates yet. A representative from the company of Miral was asked about the timeline, and he simply said, as soon as possible. And with the money they are able to put up, I would not be surprised if this park is open before the end of this decade. They make stuff quickly over there. So here's a hot take. Disneyland in Abu Dhabi will be completed before we get Villains Land over in Magic Kingdom. I honestly hope that's not true, but we'll see if it happens. All right, that's gonna be a wrap on this one. There is so much information out about this right now, but it's just announcements and then mostly speculation. These are the facts that we have so far. Let's see what further developments we get over the coming weeks and months. Safe to say, this is going to be a huge deal for Disney. But again, get in the comments. I am curious to know people's thoughts about this. Are people excited? Are people deterred? Do people want to visit the United Arab Emirates? Have you ever been there before and are excited to have another excuse to go? I've personally never been. I've always wanted to go to check it out. Ideally, Amanda and I want to see as much of the world as we possibly can. So Abu Dhabi is definitely on our list. And now that we know more about Yas Island and specifically Disney going to be there, you know it's going to be on our list for sure. And if you're interested in more travel content, we've got so much coming up soon. So be sure to like the video to help out the channel. And in case you missed it, we are doing an Alaska cruise coming up in just a few weeks here. We are so excited for our first ever Alaska cruise. We've got a balcony room and everything. So be sure to subscribe so you can check out that adventure. In the meantime, if you're looking for other theme park content, just recently, I did a live stream of the perfect itinerary for visiting Orlando for over 2 weeks, visiting Universal and Disney. And you can check out that video right here. Otherwise, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more content on the way. Thanks again for joining, everybody. My name is Doni with Adventures with DNA, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.